y'all. Tom Ford.
I missed my mother's wedding.
And I'm a woman of prayer.
Love it! Hey, y'all, and welcome to the Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show! We are live here on theStream.tv, and we are ready to talk about the drama for your mama. Now, if you're like us, which is human, you've been through an emotional roller coaster this week with everything going down in Ferguson, all the way to Black Friday, Black Saturday, and Thanksgiving with friends and family. So now it's time to sit back, relax, have some fun, and let's talk about this episode.
Yes.
I am one of your hosts, Channon Dade. Hit me up at Channon Dade or any of the other hosts we have. To my left, I have Nadia Beddini.
Hello.
Did I say it right?
It was Beddini, but it's okay. I'm
I'm gonna get it right.
You will, girl.
To my far right, I got Megan Thomas.
Hey, it's me, Meg Scoop.
And to my immediate right, my girl, Shawn Richardz.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, let's get into our first question because we got a lot to cover as usual.
Wow.
Let's start off with Kandi and Todd. Do you all think Kandi is justified in giving Todd that power to talk to her team? Like, what do you think about that conversation?
What's going on with Todd? After the wedding, he's going crazy. He's like an old lady with her period. It's like nothing is good for him.
Girl, that's menopause.
Right. The mama, it's not okay. The workers are not okay. And I understand because when you work with your friends or you work with people for so long, you get the relationship and you stop telling them things that you don't like. Like, it's hard. But I don't know. I think they did fine. Kandi grew her empire with that team. She made all her money with that team. So I think it's also the way. You can just come into a team and try to change everything.
I feel completely opposite because I feel like he is completely justified.
Yeah.
Even though you have a team, you go through seasons and you go through changes. And so this is a new change. He is her husband. So now he has an invested interest in his family. And so he's like, look, this is my wife. This is my family. I had to make sure her business is going well. So if y'all ain't on y'all stuff, then I'm going to say something. And he has every right to do so. And I think Don Juan is over here just mad because for 20 years, he could do whatever he wanted to do. And nobody ever said anything to him. Now he's getting checked to do the job that he's getting paid for. And he's getting a little salty.
Well, I mean, you got to also think Don was the male figure around running everything, and there's a new male figure in town, so he is a little threatened. He probably feels his position is threatened. These bills have been being paid. He's been paying his bills with Kandi. They made an empire together, but also Todd is coming in just completely a blank slate. He's looking at things that have fell through the wayside in the last 6 to 8 months, and he's checking them on it. So I don't know, but Don he was doing reads. We saw a whole nother side of Don.
He did. He had some really good points, and I think you're right. I think Todd is upping the game.
Right.
Kandi has done a lot with that team.
Yeah.
But now it's time to up the game. And even what's her best friend?
Carmen.
Carmen was like, okay, I need to do such and such. Whereas Don Juan was very emotional about it. So I think there's even a little bit of jealousy in there.
There's jealousy
going on.
It's jealousy. He feels threatened, and he brought up some really good points. he missed his mom's wedding or birthday. He brought up some personal things.
Yeah.
So
it's
personal and professional. That's the problem when you work with your friends. I'm sorry.
No, I feel the same way. That's why I was like, you can't sit here and bring that up and say, Kandi wanted me at all this stuff, so I had to miss all these important events in my life. You getting paid to do this. So if you don't like it, get a new job. I'm sorry.
I think
that's
the
part of the
problem
entertainment industry.
is also Kandi because she probably doesn't like a lot of stuff and she go complain to Todd and then Todd
She's very non-confrontational.
Do something about it.
Yeah,
she's very non-confrontational.
I know she was checking a little bit. She was checking her team a little bit. I was proud of you, Kandi. I was real proud of you. Go, Kandi.
Right.
She won't do that with her mama and her child.
Never do with Mama Joyce, okay? But Don Juan and them, she will.
Yeah.
She will.
And speaking of jealousy, let's talk a little bit about Porsha and Claudia. Do you all feel like Porsha is a little bit jealous, if not a lot jealous, of Claudia?
I feel, for instance, I'm very excited for Claudia to be on the show.
Yeah.
But Claudia comes from a whole different work ethic. She's
Yes.
been in the game for a minute, and I'm happy Porsha has a little job, but this is coming. No. It's a great job. But she's giving off that very nouveau, riche attitude.
Diva.
Very new, and it's so like not needed. I mean, I'm happy she has this job. It's a great job for her. It's a lot of, she's out in the public eye. But you know what? Be a little humble. You have no reason to jump and be rude to Claudia. Claudia's
into that.
I don't like when, and then the thing is, Claudia's coming from a place of being a very girl's girl, and Porsha was coming off like, oh, well, I got this job and I got it and she didn't get it. Like, nobody was even going there.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And
I hate girls like that.
Exactly. And I'm a NeNe hater, and now I'm also a Porsha hater as well. Porsha and NeNe, y'all can kick rocks. I don't like either one of them now. Because that was just, to me, that's rude. Don't be fake to her and hug Claudia on her first few days of work and then act like you don't know her and then say, oh, if I don't speak to you, it's not personal. It's very personal. You're a liar. And you over here acting like new money, and nobody likes that. Very new money. Her and NeNe can go kick rocks together.
Well, do you all think that maybe Porsha is a little jealous of the fact that Claudia is friends with Kenya?
No, I think she's jealous because Claudia's pretty.
I think it may be just the fact that Claudia has a lot of credits. I mean,
she's legit.
She's a legit person. She's a legit professional in the entertainment industry, from, being a correspondent to being a sportscaster to being a beauty queen to being all these different things. So I hate girls like that. I just hate it.
I think Porsha is really disrespectful with no reason.
No reason.
She talks about Cynthia having Botox all over her face, but did we ever see Porsha with no makeup? She just got her boobs
at the spa.
done.
Yeah. I know.
She just want to be that mean girl that doesn't need anybody, and she just coming across real phony.
Yeah, she's taking on that non-humble status as NeNe right now. She really is. She's being a NeNe, a mini NeNe.
Yeah, but you can be NeNe. I mean, NeNe has that persona, but she wants to be like NeNe, like that girl that she don't need nobody and she's mean. And I mean, it works for her.
It's working. It's working. Do you think she's justified in saying that there's a big difference between television and radio?
I mean, there is a big difference.
There is a big
difference.
difference.
You can put a dummy from YouTube on TV. So that doesn't really qualify you or quantify you to be on television.
Yeah.
Hence
Yeah,
Porsha.
talking about that, how can Claudia be late for radio? Like, you don't even need to put your makeup on. Like, just put a sweatpants
But that's an early morning, though.
That's an
I used to
early
work on a
morning.
morning show, and I'll tell you, it is so early.
It's
You gotta
hard.
be there at like 4 a.m., 3 a.m.
I know, but you on TV too, girl, trying to get it together. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably better to be on TV because you be seen.
You're being seen. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of being
But
seen,
talking about that, they want to know about her opinion, and she's getting paid for her brain.
Yes, can we go there? She talked about these intellectual opinions.
When she
that
said
had.
intellectual, I was like, the first thing I saw was spell it. Spell intellectual, Porsha.
Some people
please.
just like to laugh about what you thinking, Porsha.
Right.
They're not,
And it's
laughing
she's acting
with you.
like
They
we're
laughing
talking
at
about,
you.
she's acting like we're talking about the New York Times. We're talking about gossip. Exactly. Gossip in Atlanta. I'm sorry.
you know, she's oblivious to these things.
Oh,
you
gosh,
know. She's working where she has.
Okay.
Because she's such an intellectual.
She's intellectual.
She is. All right, speaking of intellectual, let's talk a little bit about the hashtag RHOAAS. Make
Yes.
sure you include that so we know that you're involved in the conversation on your tweets and everything. You can tweet us during the show, so make sure you include it because a lot of people don't, so make sure you do. Hashtag RHOAAS.
Yes.
Now, talking about our next topic, which is the new alliances. We've got the models versus the divas. And if you think they should be called something else, please let us know. Tweet us, RHOAAS.
Yes.
Now, what do you ladies think about this?
I think
new
the
alliances?
models got a good bond. They got things to talk about. They genuine. They cool. The divas, I think they're just together for exclusion. Like they're excluded, so because I don't really think. I mean, Phaedra and Kandi, they friends, but I don't really think NeNe and Porsha, like they don't click together that much as the models.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't find it to be an organic clique, to be honest with you. The models, as we were calling them, the quote models, I find that to be a real organic clique. I don't really see NeNe's there just to, stir up. And I like NeNe, but NeNe's there to stir up stuff. And they're all laughing and kikiing, but that's more of an organic, like, camaraderie just to go off on each other. I didn't really find that to be so like, oh yeah, we're gonna really talk about some stuff and really bond and cry. No, they all went to the spa to go with the spa, not to invite them.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I got from it.
But I feel like, so you got the models with Kenya and Claudia and Cynthia, and I also feel like it's really not, there's kind of like 3 groups, because it's really not just the divas, which is NeNe, Porsha, Kandi, and Phaedra. I feel like Kandi and Phaedra are kind of middle ground, and they can go on either side. So it's a little different.
Even with Kenya?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think now that Phaedra's got a lot on her mind, but I think now that she's, her husband's going off to prison, I think we'll see when he goes off to prison, and when, she starts to settle things down, she'll forgive Kenya.
I'm thinking Claudia also, she kind of wants to be friend with everybody because she's new to the group, and that never works. So she should pick a side. She wants to talk to
Porsha.
Yeah. And Porsha is throwing shades, like, changing topics, being kind of disrespectful to her. I would get up and leave. But, it's the beginning of the season. She doesn't want to be a drama queen, but, be a peacemaker never works. So, girl, pick a side.
Right. And when I was seeing them together, I really was like, oh, they're going to fight.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I think you're right in that the models that we're calling them have really a lot of natural camaraderie. And especially with Kenya and Claudia, because they have that 10-year history. I love seeing them together because they really are true friends.
Right.
You can see the way they play and everything. And the whole feet thing with Cynthia and Claudia.
That's being real.
That is being real.
And most models do have ugly feet. That's the trick, because you have to wear heels all the time.
I don't. Speak for yourself.
Most models do. They have to wear heels all the time. They'll tell you like,
and they got like size 10, 11.
Right.
True. They got a lot to work with. They got a lot to handle and groom and take care of. All right, let's quickly move on to, what do you think about Phaedra and what Apollo was saying about she used to be a ride or die chick. Now she's a housewife.
Apollo's just washing all his dirty laundry. Shut up, Apollo.
I thought it was
last thing to do before he goes. That's awful. Why would you say that? And anyway, okay, it's cool. She used to sleep on an air mattress, so what? That was like, 5 years ago? After maybe you cheated on her 10 times? And you go to the strip club like 1,000 times, so what?
And spend all his money.
I think he saved that in that pocket for he just wanted to say that so bad on camera. I mean, to me, it was just like he could not wait to let people know. Like, she used to come to the projects, probably stepped over pee or whatever, and sleep on my air mattress with me. I felt that was so, just vindictive, and just his last shot, you know what I mean?
To me, it just showed that Phaedra is a real person, and
I feel
was in love.
I think it was the opposite from what he was trying to show, which was, Phaedra used to be this down chick, now she's not, you know. But I saw it as, okay, she really was a down chick. She came to the projects, to the hood, slept under a little raggedy air mattress with you, calling you all the time, and you just got out of jail. And this woman has a lot to lose as a lawyer,
an attorney,
as a high-profile attorney. So when he said that, I thought like, oh, she really did like him. She really was in love with him. But there's only so much that a woman will take when she feels scorned. When you do all types of stuff to her, he has cheated on her repeatedly. He has done so many things wrong to her.
Allegedly, yes.
Repeatedly. Repeatedly. With some other people, I'm sure. But it's just, he's done so much. He's made her not feel like the woman that I'm assuming he made her feel like at the very beginning. And so now she's humiliated and she's scarred. And I mean, she had her own part to play in this, but still, I can see why she doesn't want any part of this,
Yeah.
I think the statement is more like to Apollo to be like, hey, you are very dumb because you had it all and you lost it all.
Right. That's true. It's true. It's true. No. I don't like that at all. Nothing about that I liked.
But what I thought was funny, and I was like, okay, Apollo, you're making yourself look even stupider because now you're talking about, I wonder if Kenya gonna come see me.
Wow, really?
I'm telling you, it was that last ploy for camera time. I don't like that.
They may write that into the script. For viewers who don't know, with reality TV, sometimes they do have script writers. So they may write that scenario in there. You
He might want a reality show in jail.
Oh, and Bravo's good at that.
That will be a good show. They will find a way to make that money
They'll
and
make
exploit
their
it
way.
for sure.
Right.
Exactly.
So speaking of Kenya, at the end of the show, do you think Kenya is justified in her rant? I won't call it a rant. In her
Emotional breakdown?
Emotional breakdown, yes.
First of all, I have a question. Who is the Ratchet in the show? They say burn the Ratchet. Okay, it gotta be referring to Kenya, but I haven't seen any extremely ratchet.
Don Juan? You don't think it's
Ratchet?
Ratchet?
Don Juan had the peach fuzz neck of the movie.
Right,
He was
it was
a drama
just-
king. He was
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I kind of want to say Porsha. Portia's my
Porsha.
peach fuzz of the week, honey.
Peach
she was
fuzz,
rude.
okay.
Oh, it was so on a 10th level too.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Mean girl.
Okay, so not necessarily Kenya, but do you guys think that Kenya was like her being upset? Was she justified? And she was saying, you know, don't talk about me, but at the same time, she was real emotional about
That
it.
was-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would be completely hurt if for years people are talking about me and calling me out of my name.
Laughing.
And I have my nieces calling me, talking about,
That-
why would you do that, auntie? Like that. When she said that, I was like, oh, I felt so bad for her.
I know. I feel she's real 100% with that crying. The other thing that I'm confused is Kandi. She couldn't even give her a hug. Like, that was not a real apology for me. I know Kandi genuinely don't like
Emotions.
Kenya. She doesn't
Yeah.
like Kenya,
Yeah.
generally. So her apology was like, sorry, girl. I mean, I didn't know. But then when she cries like that, you can even give her a hug or tell her something.
I think she probably did, though. I think once they closed the doors to the bathroom, I'm sure she wasn't just standing there like, all right, girl.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't look like she really wanted, you know, to make her feel better. They're just not friends like that to me.
They aren't, but I think
They put them in that situation.
Right.
they did.
So she had to.
How they were whispering when the camera was right there, like
Yeah.
you pointed out.
Oh, the camera's right on the floor, and everybody's acting like they're doing yoga or stretching. It's like, really? Come on, y'all. Y'all set up the scenario.
I like the fact that Kandi actually did apologize to her, though, because I feel like she could have just left it alone. She didn't really have to apologize. She could have
But
been
why
like, well,
did she brought up the NeNe thing? Like, you're apologizing.
And she didn't have to
saying-
include that.
Right,
She
yeah, she
did.
did. By the way,
Yes, she
NeNe
did.
think
NeNe was
he's
the one
lying
that
about the
said,
lie.
da-da-da-da. No, you're right.
Yes, she did. Yes, she
Keep it
did.
for another day.
Right.
You
But
know?
y'all have to remember where Kenya has come from. Kenya was saying, I own up to my mistakes. Please tell me one time when she has owned up to her mistake. One time. She has never owned up to her mistakes.
Right, she's
So
talking
Kenya is
about-
coming from this point of view of you've always come from this ratchet place and its foul intentions,
Right.
and maybe she just doesn't know how because of her past, like you brought up with her mother and relationships with women.
Right.
But I think Kandi was justified in bringing that up. Absolutely.
And she's talking about, why is NeNe mad at me? Come on, girl. You don't know. Watch
down
the
the
season.
I kind of forgot a little bit, too. And then I was like, oh, the charity event.
The charity
thing.
event.
Okay,
And then
yeah.
it's still
That was
going
just
on.
one
It's
of
still
the-
going on because NeNe has not written the check to the charity.
Yeah, they tweeted that. Claudia and Kenya tweeted that NeNe still hasn't paid her $20,000.
She will. She never will. She's not gonna do it because Kenya is forcing her to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, because people asked her on the street about it, and she said no.
Ooh, putting on blast. Speaking
Blast.
of blast, make sure you hashtag us at RHOAAS. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, we're going to give all our shout outs to our YouTubers, Facebookers, and Twitters. And we're also going to go
Tweeters.
over our fan questions from our Twitter followers. I'm having a Porsha moment.
We'll be right back.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
So this is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's like Howard. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
That the more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are gonna be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell them don't ahead, turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on theStream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
And we're back!
Yay!
Let's give our YouTube shout out. Since you're at YouTube, by the way, make sure you hit that subscribe button for theStream.tv. YouTube shout outs, we want to make sure we let you know to 762NTB, Miss Lonnie, also Quintessential 2. Don't forget London Love, JJ Johnson, Paige Curry, The Spirit 717, Clarion Hayes, and also Honey Dump 95, we love you, Mrs. Wagner, and Michael McGowan. Hopefully I said that right. All right, let's get into our first fan question. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, which is from Nicole Lockett. Can someone explain to me how Kenya got a role on a show that has to do with wives, yet she doesn't even have a boyfriend? I'm confused.
That's so true. Well, remember, she lied about her boyfriend. Remember, the guy put her on blast? Oh my God.
Which one was that?
That was
yeah,
Walter.
what was his name?
Walter.
Walter, right?
The garbage man. The
Right.
garbage man.
Yes.
Walter the garbage man.
Owner of the
You know
garbage.
what? But,
owner.
but here's the thing. There's a lot of women, especially in Atlanta, that are single. So I don't know if necessarily, that is a demographic that we overlook. And just because a woman is single and might be well into her 30s, 40s, or 50s, she shouldn't be excluded. Like, she still is a wife to her dog, perhaps.
Yeah.
Wife to- and also too, I mean, they're not all wives hang out with wives. I
Right.
mean, I'm married, but I hang out with single friends. I have a lot of single friends, so it's not a big deal.
That's
and
true.
they're also hoping for her to struck a husband. Maybe.
Then their husband shouldn't be on the show because they're husbands, they're not wives.
No, not Peter. Peter's gonna be on that show. Peter is gonna be on that show.
He gonna have a scene with somebody.
Exactly.
Right.
Also, I think with Kenya, you necessarily don't have to be a wife. And also, when you're on the show and you're married, people tend to get divorced. So it's a good thing being single. So it's a good thing that she's single on the show.
True.
Okay, Walter. All right, second fan question. This is from @BravoTV. What do you think about Porsha for real meeting at Cynthia Bailey 10 an hour late? We kind of talked about this last week, but this was all over Twitter.
Porsha is just being so extra.
Yeah, very extra.
We don't need all that drama. Nobody care about you.
Right.
Girl, bye. Yeah, we're not doing all that. No, I don't like that at all. I don't wear a watch, and I'm never late.
Ooh, go ahead, girl.
Never late.
I like that.
Ooh,
I don't wear a watch, and I'm never late.
That's right.
I always wear a watch, and I'm always late. So man. No, but I'm going to take my ET finger and put it all up in Porsha's face because that was rude. You don't do that to people. If you at least give them a heads up. And because of that, she's also on my hater list.
Yeah, you're right. She should give a heads up, but I don't think, like I tweeted, Cynthia's a better person than me. I wouldn't have waited.
I wouldn't have waited.
I would have been
I would not
10
have waited.
minutes.
15 is my top. You know what I mean? Because everybody's got things going on in their life, professionally, personally, spiritually. Some people need to meditate because, Phaedra is a woman of God. You know what I mean? All of us have things to do. So that, to me, I didn't like.
Even if Eddie didn't have anything to do, you shouldn't be late.
Yeah, exactly.
You should let them know you're running late.
Right. Exactly.
Always. All right. Our other question is from Funky Deneva. We love you.
Yeah.
And he asked a great question. Is this white man the only divorce attorney in Atlanta? Why do we say that every week? What's his name?
Randy Kessler.
Randy Kessler. And
Let
he's
me
actually
tell you,
Jewish.
I did my research about him. He's married, happily married, and he did the Usher divorce. He was defending Tamika. He is the best. So,
and NeNe.
Bravo's
got him on a stipend, and we don't know about it.
Right,
he's got
right,
a peach in his back pocket. That's what you guys don't know.
And he's so good at what he does.
He's very good at it. What he does.
Him
and Phaedra are the only two attorneys in Atlanta.
Apparently, right?
I honestly think he's not gonna defend Apollo because he knows it's a lost cause. to me.
Well, no,
He
that's
said,
still a check, honey. Even if it is a lost cause, he gonna get paid.
Where's he gonna get the money from?
There's some assets somewhere. Who knows?
That's true.
But
Maybe
that's what
Costa
they're having
Rica.
that meeting behind camera about, remember?
That's right. That's right.
All right,
shall
so
see.
he may be the only male attorney in Atlanta, as far as we know. All right, let's give our Twitter shout outs. You guys have been great. Kai Pritchard at Kai0119, thank you. At Team Pre, RHOA, and Hope M at HM_Montez, at Real Housewives, at Reality Wives US, at Real_Housewives, at Reality TV Bliss, favorite one of our tweets, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
And Cheryl Russell at Cheryl1708. Matter of fact, Cheryl tweeted one of our little tweets during the week and about Cynthia.
Oh,
and
yes.
as a matter of fact, Cynthia retweeted her response because Cheryl was supportive in Cynthia waiting around to read Porsha. And then Cynthia also told Cheryl, thank you. So, just proof that they are watching us.
Always.
thank
always.
you, ladies.
Always.
And we also want to give a shout out to Ginger Baker Thomas at Wild Ginger Spiro and D Lashes at D Lashes. We
Ooh, yeah.
love you guys. Make sure you tweet us throughout the week at Channon Dade, at Megan Scoop, at Virgo, is it? No, Shawn Richardz.
Shawn Richardz.
And Nadia B at Nadia B throughout the week, because we want to continue this conversation throughout the week. And don't forget to subscribe to StreamTV. I'm just really cracking up today. TheStreamtv. Baby show, bury the ratchet. Bury the ratchet. All right, make sure you tune in for next week because we're going to have more to talk about, as you can see, more drama to give because the Peach Fuzz is real. Ooh. I live, honey, and you do too. We'll see you next week, Peaches. Bye.
Gone with the wind, fabulous.
Bury the rat.